Penalty on the phone. 15 yards for faking the phone.
Man, why you throw the flag?
15 yards for faking the phone.
See what?
It's the funk. It's the funk. Chromacon, variant. It's the funk. Chromacon, variant. It's the funk. Chromacon, variant. It's the funk. Chromacon, variant.
You better switch your deadbeat back to the two-pump drum and hang your head, cause I'm throwing out this flag on the phone. You better switch your deadbeat back to the two-pump drum and hang your head, cause I'm throwing out this flag on the phone.
There's a penalty if you don't shake that ass.
We're gonna put you on blast, brother, and if you don't shake that ass,
There's a penalty on the phone if you don't shake that rump.
causing the earth to shake, rattle, and roll to the sound of the nappy bump.
There's a penalty.
You know we gotta step on the gas. And if you can't get with this beat, I'm gonna put you on blast. And if you can't get with this beat, I'm gonna put you on blast.
Yo, what's this one Chromacon thing you're talking about? I don't know, man. It's a whole other thing.
Everybody in the house say yeah.
It's the funk. Chromacon, variant. It's the funk. Chromacon, variant.
You better swing your deadbeat back to the two-pump drum and hang your head, cause I'm throwing out this flag on the phone. You better swing your deadbeat back to the two-pump drum and hang your head, cause I'm throwing out this flag on the phone.
We're coming from the nappy land. Flag on the funk is not the plan. So let us play it loud for the new funk radio crowd. Stop throwing the flag on the funk and let me shake my rump. Squeeze me, tease me, and never let me go. I'm throwing the flag on the funk. That's a nappy funk comedy show.
We ain't never gonna stop. 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 You better switch your deadbeat back to the two-pump drum and hang your head, cause I'm throwing out this flag on the phone. You better switch your deadbeat back to the two-pump drum and hang your head, cause I'm throwing out this flag on the phone.
What's up? What's up? What's up? All my true funk soldiers, club funkatiers around the world, all the beautiful people from north to south to east to west. You stood up and passed every test. Yo, funk from the front seat right here at 9 on the Grind TV. All the way live, coming to you from North Kakalaki by way of New York City. So check this out, man. Yeah, you know, it's well, first of all, shout out to my dogs, my Knicks. So, you know, we got a little video tribute for them later. Our special guest today is Mr. Eric J. We're working on some technical difficulties, but he's a hip-hop legend. Of course, you know, Funk Hall of Famer recipient, you know, with the Napier Funk Army, and sang with me for many years and worked with him. And so he's doing his thing, and he just got some new stuff that he, put out, and we get ready to run that in a little while. But, we want to say hello, welcome all the people all around the world, tuning in. Y'all can go back and watch this later. We really appreciate you. Peace, love, and harmony is our motto. And if you look in the back, you will see funk, not fight. Let's just all unite, and that's Bootsy Collins and, what he does with Club Funketeers and Patty Collins and, his national campaign. Shout out to Bootsy, album of the year. That's popping. That's popping hard. Let me check this comment real quick. Hey, what up, Dr. Boom, 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 boom. David Brooks is in the house. That's right. The variant, Funk Comic-Con variant. I was feeling like that, feeling a little funky Comic-Con variante, but welcome to the show. We appreciate you guys, man. So our anniversary, we got like another week, I think, left, before the end of May, whatever. But, we've been having so many great journeys and conversations through the last 5 years. It's given me a little bit of inspiration to try to do it, even bigger and harder over the next 5 years. So y'all stay tuned for that. Once we finally get, some things in order with our budget, we can start doing some merch and things. Merch is not as easy as people think. It's a little tricky, but we're working on some stuff. But yeah, man. So it's National Mental Health Awareness. So a lot of people out there, if you feel some type of way, please reach out to somebody. There's agencies to call and people in your family, and don't think that you have to hide that. And also, it's Military Appreciation Month. So we appreciate all our servicemen and women who stood guard, past, present, and future. Mark is back there working now. Mark has disappeared as well. So I'm hoping I'm still on the air, but I know I should be because Dr. Brooks already hit me up. So I don't know where Mark went, but I'm assuming he disappeared like a ghost and is taking care of some stuff. But our special guest today, and we definitely going to get him on. We're not going to let Sir Nose devoid of funk with this show because he does try many, many times, all the time. Sir Nose will do this, Sir Nose will do that. But, the funk will win in the end, and the funk will survive just like it always does. You know what I mean? So happy 5th year, Funk from the Front Seat on 9 on the Grind TV anniversary to Mr. Mark Lee and, of course, myself, host creator. It's been an interesting ride, man. We've had so many journeys, talked to so many beautiful people. We've learned a lot. We've laughed, we've cried, we shed tears, we've been through elections, so we did quite a bit. And it's, believe it or not, all for free, all documented on YouTube. I put my content out like that, and soon I'll switch over to some other things that actually pay. But, I actually do it for the love of it. And it's great because, I don't have any agenda, and I don't have anyone telling me what I can and can't do. And, it's all on me, and that's why I do a disclaimer, this is for entertainment purposes as well as educational purposes. So, we want everybody to feel free. You got a safe space here. This is your home. When you come in, you speak your mind and just do your thing. We got some really special guests coming up in the month of June. I'm going to have Cindy K. Lane on, and we're going to talk a little bit about some artists, that she turned me on to. And, we're going to share some stories, a great inside story that her and I share. And I ain't even going to tip it off like that because it's definitely an epic movie. So, Cindy, if you're out there, I got you covered. I haven't told anybody about anything, so it's going to be a nice surprise for you guys. And you guys will be like, oh, my God, that's how the funk rolls. And her and her husband are beautiful people. So, we appreciate them a lot. Of course, Keith Jackson, P-Funk Radio, JTRP, always running the funk, always on Friday nights. Shout out to Sonia Murphy, loving you a lot down there in Texas. George the Funk Vinci, of course, April Panthers down there, and they got a big thing coming up, the Mothership Landing in August. So y'all can check that out. Of course, Gabe Gonzilla, Larry Funkster Jones, Robert Circle of Pete, all on P-Funk Radio. Of course, I mentioned Patty and Bootsy, HJ Entertainment, Heidi, that's my out-of-state booking agent, and K&N Jams, and Tony Cam and the Funk All-Stars. And I heard that Lil Birdie told me, Miss Shirley Clinton DNA Funk Tour is getting ready to kick off right down here in North Carolina. So y'all keep an ear for that. We're going to be promoting that as well. And there may be a special guest on there. I know, we'll see what comes out. I ain't tipping nothing yet, but, there's some things popping. I received a phone call this week about that. So the Nappy Head Funk Army, of course, my dogs, my fam down here, and then my Hall of Famers up in New York and Philly and Florida and everywhere else. Oak City Music Collective, Diego, I love you, bro. I got your back. Afterglow, 92416, Q&A Entertainment, love you, Otis, love you, Donna. Brooke Clagett, my funk angel. I always see you at the ball. You always have a little something for me, and I do appreciate it. Patricia Dioria, Curtis Wilcox, and George the Funk of Vinci, Aquarius, the Rising Arthur, Pat, and Curtis. They do a lot of my stuff back there, and Aquarius, they were able to. Patricia Dioria designed my business cards that you can see, designed by my girlfriend Pat. So I appreciate you, man. I love you. And she sang with us as well. And she, too, was in the Funk Hall of Fame. So that's mad cool. Dr. Brookenstein is also in that Funk Hall of Fame photo with us, and he takes care of the websites and merch sites for me. DJ Coccolino in Italy. I love you, bro. Elizabeth in Ireland. I love you. And, DJ Monica in Switzerland. I got a new track coming for you that I know y'all going to love. Of course, I always send it to Patty and Bootsy first and send it to you guys. And David Webb, Funk Chronicles, Exhibition Center, and Funk Hall of Fame up in Dayton, Ohio. You're amazing, and everything you do, keeping the funk alive for the funk bands that can't go up the street to Cleveland. But you know what? It's just as well, and it's amazing that a little kid like me can end up in there. So man, that is so cool. While we sit here chatting, there's some things that's going on. I was out yesterday, doing my part-time gig, the Uber thing, which I like doing. And it was so much energy out there yesterday that people were just like going way too fast, trying to do way too much. Some people had attitudes. I'm going to tell you a story. This really actually happened to me, right? You're going to laugh. So I was sitting at the mall. It broad daylight. It was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, right? And I was way away from everybody. I was just parked in a normal space, but way away because I was cleaning my car out and I was Febrezing it and I was, doing my mats. And I like to drive with my shoes off. If I'm in a clean place or whatever, or I'm out on the earth or whatever, I always take my shoes off because I like to feel the earth. I'm very earthy like that. And I actually was sitting on the side of my car, the driver's door, and just like, with my shoes off, with my feet on the cement, because it felt kind of good, whatever, right? And a security guard came over to me and said, I had to come over and check you out because you were sitting in your car with the door open with no shoes. And I was like, really? Right? I said, well, I drive with no shoes. I said, I'm sitting here cleaning my car out. And I said, I'm waiting for people to come out of the movie at a certain time. So then, I'll get an Uber ride, right? And this young kid kept going back to the shoes. Why don't you have on shoes? I don't have on shoes, right? So rather than try to even understand and debate my personal choice about footwear, I basically said, listen, man, I said, I know we're in the Trump administration. I said, you're going to make a fine police officer or a cop or whatever it is, or military person. I said, but you know what? You got to stop being so blankety, 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 blank paranoid. I said, because you see somebody sitting, and then the logic of this kid was like, he said, well, if you were sitting in between two cars and you had your door open, I wouldn't have thought nothing. I said, how can I sit in between two cars and have my door wide open so I can sit sideways in the car? So this was the kind of energy that was out there yesterday. Everybody took their blankety blank stupid pill. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. Hi, Jen. Yeah, it was crazy. And it was like, there's no rhyme or reason to why somebody would even approach you if you sit by yourself I know you security, and I know they feel that mall is probably a target because it has been robbed, but I'm so far away from the mall, it would have took me like a minute to get there. I'm in the parking lot, and I'm just sitting there chilling. My windows are down. I got the music playing, and I'm sitting in the side of the car. And actually, I was stretching too, because I do that when I sit for a long time. I get out, I stretch, I walk around, I check the car. And I just couldn't believe that somebody was worried about little old me just sitting there, an old man, barefoot, mind you. So what kind of crime could I have possibly pulled off? I just wanted to share that. And I told him, I was like, listen, you're going to be famous tomorrow because I'm going to put you on my podcast and blast you up. I said, because you never know, and I tried to explain to him like, yo, I'm in a spot. I'm in a parking spot. This is like, I was parked in a parking spot just far away from everybody. So I thought that was the most funny kind of story that I could share with you, because yesterday was just people were on one, and I don't know why. I think it has a lot to do with the summer. I think people are uptight, and I think a lot of people are prognosticating what will happen as opposed to just living through the moment. Times are tight, no doubt. We all have to tighten our belt, our purse strings, and all of that. Times are hard. There are a lot of things going on, that we have no control over. So the one thing you do have control over is how you react to things. And the better we react, the more positive we bring into our lives. And, meeting people over the past 5 years on this show, because of this show, has definitely impacted my life in such a positive way. It's amazing, music contacts and, business contacts and, merch contacts and, booking contacts and friend contacts, so it's been really, really cool to absolutely ride and then connect with the funk as far as like tying that all in, with everything we do and being a chance, given the opportunity to break new music and share new music and everything else. So, which we're going to do right now while we're waiting on Mark to get back in. I don't know, something must have happened with Mark, but don't you worry. I got this show. We're going to be good. I still have Eric J's music. So even if we don't get that brother on or we have to get him on by phone, we're definitely going to share some of his music. And don't forget, like I said, it is absolutely important, imperative. Don't forget, it is Mental Health Awareness Month and Military Appreciation Month. So if you are feeling some type of way, stress, anxiety because of whatever, don't be ashamed or afraid or think you don't have a place to go to talk to somebody, because you do. And if you know a veteran or had a veteran in your family, or God forbid lost a veteran, let's all be tolerant of our veterans, because let's remember, other than sometimes, but most of the time, following orders and things like that is what they do. And there's a lot more good than bad that comes with that. And we just have to understand the difference and not attack and paint with a broad brush our veterans, because there's a lot that I talk to, a lot of Vietnam veterans and things like that. And those brothers and sisters and men and women and really young boys and girls went through, they really, 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 really had a really hard time. So, you guys sit tight. And I want you guys to check this out. We're going to run something that I always like to run just to get it started. We got some shout outs too. So people send some shout outs in. Hold on. Yeah. Oh yeah. We got one from my guy Kev. So y'all check this out.
What up, everybody? This is Kevin from the Kevin Harrington Experiment. And you're watching Funk from the Front Seat with my brother, Zach, Funky Number 9 Robertson. If you didn't know, now you know.
My dog Kev. Yeah, and he's on my new stuff as well. And here's one from Chell.
Funk from the Front Seat, where you can watch and listen to the latest current events and also the coolest funk cats on the face of the planet. Funk from the Front Seat with Zach Robertson. Happy 5 years, Baba.
That's dope. Love you, sis. Yeah, thank you. I really, really appreciate that. I got one from my main dog over here.
Dr. Brookenstein here, saying congratulations to Zach Robinson on 5 years of Funk from the Front Seat on 9 to Grind TV. Congratulations on your 5-year anniversary. I also want to say this. Here we go. Right here. Oh, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Pour a cheerful toast and feel it, happy anniversary. But be careful, you don't spill it, happy anniversary. Oh, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Peace.
Priceless. Priceless, bro. Yo, much love, man. That's what's up right there. That's that funky love, man. Brooks, he goes all the way back. You know, Brooks and I go like back, man. We go back, bro. Google is blocking my man. What? Wait, hold on. Nah, we got to figure out. Mark's got to help you figure out a better way. For some reason, Google has blocked him. You think they listening to us? Well, don't you worry, E, because we're going to run your stuff anyway. Yo, so check this out. I'm going to still have Mark try to call you and do some kind of phone thing, man, because, yeah, something that's bizarre. I told you what I tell you a little while ago. There's some energy out there that like is doing some crazy stuff, man. And we got a comment here that's true. I believe so, Dr. Brookenstein. I believe there's a lot of anxiety both ways, and people just have to understand we got to take it day by day. Whatever you believe, you're going to believe. The problem is you don't need to turn on anyone else and also force things on anyone else. And also, we basically know right from wrong. You know, we know that certain things are right and certain things are wrong. There's a gray area always, and there's always going to be a gray area. And we have to understand, like, if I don't agree with somebody, I got to sit down and talk to them if I'm able to, because it just means that I may be missing something, and vice versa. You can't always paint with a broad brush. Now, me, I lean more towards, y'all know how I lean, but I don't necessarily hate everybody that doesn't agree with me. I just, just avoid them and just like, I don't really have to deal with them. So, I don't know where we are as far as like the last couple of weeks and months with the political stuff, because I bowed out for a minute. I needed a break. I needed a breather. So I just hear bits and pieces. But I agree that we're all suffering from some type of PTSD. And we're going to try to figure out, Mark, why they blocked him. Is there another way he can go around that, Mark? Just shake your head. I see you. Is there another way he can get around that? We can't let this happen. We absolutely cannot let this happen to my dog. What happened? He got blocked, right? No, I can't hear you. Unmute.
He got blocked, and I was talking to him. He said he doesn't remember his Facebook, because Facebook, it wants him to either come in either Google or Facebook, and Google is what's doing two-factor authentication, which I've never heard them do two-factor authentication with anybody, and he doesn't.
No, that happens to me. I got to use Google. I do. I have to. Okay, yeah, it happened to me.
Okay, well, and what do you do to get around it? Because I tried to work him through it, and he kept sending him through the two-factor authentication, and it was going
I think I went through YouTube.
That's what he was doing.
He used the YouTube link.
Yeah.
To watch. That was the watch YouTube link. That's not that the link I sent him was the StreamYard link.
He went in the StreamYard link because I asked him right. And that's when he got the two-factor authentication.
That is so bizarre. Yo, man, E, I'm sorry. We got to figure that out. But what I was telling you, I think when I backdoored it, I went through YouTube.
You went to, when you say you went to YouTube, you went, and that's what I thought he said he did. You went into your YouTube. because he's tried it 2 different ways. He doesn't know his Facebook, but he tried the YouTube and the stream.
But he shouldn't have to. If he just hits the link,
that's what I told him.
Then it should just take him right to the studio.
Right, and that's
But does he have any other drive that he can use besides Google? Because it'll work on other stuff besides Chrome.
I can see if you can do Firefox or something like that.
Yeah, remember, because we did Firefox with the lady that used to come on from like West Coast.
Okay, the West Coast lady. All right.
Yeah. There's a way. That's what I'm talking about. There's another way. Just use another platform.
Another platform.
I'll hold it down till y'all get back. This is happening today. This is happening today. So we're gonna get it in, manifest it. We're gonna get you, bro. You hang on. We never leave a Funketeer in the field.
Exactly.
All right, Mark, get to work. See, that's how you gotta roll. When something happening, you gotta make it happen. But yeah, I believe that we're all under some things. That's why this show is so loving, and we can all just sit here and love up on each other and everything else, man. So I'm gonna hit y'all with something really quick. Everybody sit back, relax. Welcome to the show. It's going to be a great one today, and this is something that my guy did while he's working to come in. It's called Chaos, K-A-O-S. Eric J. Rough Mix.
It's a sign of the time. Sometimes I wanna press rewind by design. The blind are leading the blind. I'm gonna hit you where the sun don't shine. Don't fall behind, just follow the grind. The whole damn country is out of order, but they'll kick your ass off if you sneak across the border. Nobody blinks an eye when you catch a beat down. And 3 G's for rent leaves your mind spellbound. Don't piss on my leg and tell me that it's raining. I ain't no fool. I know times are changing. Another misfit sneaking into the district, running up on Capitol Hill on some flip shit, playing tricks. They send in the bootlicks. They selling bullshit. They put it in the mix. George Floyd was killed. Where's the hate crimes bill? I'm gonna make noise and I'm not gonna chill, cause I do honest work to make my paper. But you don't smile, cause you is a hater. I ain't about violence. I'm here to drop science. Real bad boys moving silence. If you stand with me, I'll stand with you, and we'll expand our crew before we're through. I'm never afraid, there is no bending me. 2023, I'm still a public enemy. It's chaos. It's chaos. It's chaos. It's chaos. I stay raw. I'm still funky to the core. Both eyes open, both feet on the floor. I can't turn back, gotta stay on track while I'm spitting my facts all over the map. May 19th, a holy day for Eric J, so take the day off and put it on display. It's time to think twice and appreciate life while you're walking out the door with your tracking device. And like a veteran, I've been in the trenches while other MCs just sat on the benches. For real, everybody split is the same. The only difference is the motherfucking street names. We built this bitch, don't try to lie and change the narrative and try to imply it's not a dream. I've got a head full of steam. The truth will knock you out just like Mean Gene. I'm grassroots, straight from the soil. It's about to boil like heated up oil. Don't need your permission to establish my position. Until my last breath, I'm gonna be on a mission. New York, Chicago, home of skyscrapers, invaded by a bunch of landscapers. Left winger, right winger, it's a humdinger. I'd rather be a motherfucking rhyme slinger. It's chaos. It's chaos. It's chaos. It's chaos. Yeah, trying to put the funk back in it. You know what I'm saying? Real rhymes, real beats, real scratch, that real boom bap. From the boogie down Bronx all the way around the map. 50 years of hip hop plus. KHX Short Shot 2023. DJ D-Flex, Eric J, we out. Stay real, y'all.
It's chaos. Left winger, right winger. It's a humdinger. I feel you, cuz. I feel you. Yo, that's my dog, Eric J, man. Hip hop legend. He was down, you know, with so many of the great hip hop artists from that era. You know, percussionist, breakbeat DJ, you know, drums, go-go hip-hop, vocalist, collector of music, and Napier Funk Army designated hitter for the Funk and Funk Hall of Famer. And also, I know he was recognized recently, I'm sure, with the group of other OGs, hip-hop artists, and things like that. And there's been a lot of docs now out, and you can check it out and see a lot of these great artists, how they created, and like Bootsy and George say, make something out of nothing. Making something out of nothing, man. Yo, Eric, we feeling that, Jay. You know, that is chaos. You know, I love that line, you know, left winger, right winger, it's a humdinger. Yo, that's tight. And, you know, I know you got your Gary Shiner hop to it. And I can feel you, you know, because I've been singing next to you for a lot of times. And I can, you know, you doing your thing, man. That is like slamming, bro. Slamming. I appreciate you, man. And we got another one we're going to run a little bit later. I'm still holding it down. So, you know, y'all stay on the comments, come back later and check this show out. I know it's a beautiful day outside for some. Here it's raining, and then the sun came out a little while ago, so I think we'll be all right, man. You know, thank you, David Brooks and Kev, for those nice shout outs. And, you know, we got a few more that we're going to show. It's our anniversary, 5 years, man, in the making. You know, I thought about it for about like a week. And then, you know, we put it into motion. I called Mark Lee up, I called Kevin up, and I called Philly Phil, Keith Jackson, and a few other people that I know, you know, were doing things. I'm freezing now. Hold on. All right, Chrome knocked me off for a minute too. So I don't know what's going on. It's funky. But I was saying, I don't know why I'm freezing. Mark, do you know? Are we being invaded today? You know, I was talking, but I was telling people that I call Philly Phil, I call Kev, and then I call you, and then I call Keith Jackson and say, hey, I want to try to do this thing, and I had nothing but love for it. So we're being invaded, you know. Okay, thanks, yeah. Oh, he wants me to call him on the phone? All right, call. He wants me to talk. He wants to do the interview on the phone. Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing, Mark? How are we going to do that? Because should I hold the phone up? Okay, hold on. Hold on. We're going to make this happen. Maybe I could put him on the video, right? On the phone. Wouldn't it be easier for you to do that? I got it, bro. I'm on it. I'm on it right now. See, I told you we're going to make this happen. Making something out of nothing, which is what funk is. I think I can figure this out. What up, man? Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Yeah, it's weird, man. I don't know why Google is doing that or whatever, man. I had you on the video, but I'm not really sure.
I know it's crazy because I'm not doing anything that I haven't done in the past. We, you know, done these streams and whatnot, and I get, you know, I signed in the way I signed in, and this thing came up and says you're blocked, blah blah blah. And I verified myself and everything, so I don't understand what's going on, man.
I'm telling you, sir, no. See, it's that song. You said it's chaos, you know. The one I got popping too, you know, is coming out. It's chaos, bro. It's chaos, man. I'm going to see if my audience can hear you. You know what? Let me try something else. I got another idea. Let me call you right back, all right?
All right, man.
All right, hold on. Mark, I got a better idea. Mark, you there? I got watch. This is gonna work. Pop on for a minute, Mark. I know how we can do this. Go to his Facebook Messenger Call him and share the screen.
That could work. I could call.
It can work, bro.
Good.
Oh yeah. Let him know that's what we're gonna do. All right, thank you. So yeah, we're gonna figure this out because again, this brother means a lot to me, and there's always different ways to backdoor it. And I think that's what I was thinking about before, how I did it with the shared screen thing. So we're gonna make that happen. All right, so y'all sit tight, man. I'm gonna share a few more shout outs with you guys. People sent in some kind words, and everybody's always supporting what I do, and it's really a blessing. So hang tight for a minute. Shout out to Lisa Love and your new project. I can't wait to hear it.
Royal Funk fans, this is Lisa Love, a.k.a. Alpha Unk Omega, coming to you from Love's Temple here in Southern California, inviting you to 9 on the Grind, Funk from the Front Seat with Zach Robinson. This is what I want you to do for me. Tune in every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come join the meeting of minds. I guarantee soul's growth and high vibrations, not to mention the love. Keep it funky, y'all.
It's Peppermint Patty. Hello to everyone, all of our Club Funketeers all around the world. I want to say this to you. You're watching FFTFS on 9 on the Grind TV every Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern to 9 a.m. Pacific. Oh my goodness, what a wonderful show it is. And it's with our Club Funketeer, who? Zach, on the 9. Zach is the...
Hey, y'all. Linda Shiner here, talking about my brother from another mother, Zach Robertson's Funkin' from the Front Seat podcast. It's Saturday afternoons, 12 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock on the West Coast, and 10 and 11 in between. We talk about, I'm on there sometime, we talk about politics, music, of course, what's going on in the world, and whatever kind of floats our boat that day. So y'all check it out. Like I said, Funkin' from the Front Seat, Zach Robertson's podcast, Saturday afternoons, 12 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock West. Peace.
Linda Shire and, of course, Peppermint Patty, two of my favorite, female mentors. And I have a lot. And, those ladies are really, really, holding that torch down for the funk. What I tell you, bro, who's the man? Who's the man?
There you go.
Yeah, who's the man? What I tell you? Who's the man? See? Yeah.
Yes,
welcome
indeed.
to the show. Designated hitter for the funk, Eric J. Beat hip hop percussionist, break beat DJ, go-go, hip hop, vocals, collector of music, Nappy Head Funk Army designated hitter for the funk, and recently Funk Hall of Famer. Welcome. How you doing, bro? How are you? You hear me?
I can hear him coming through my system. Our timing might be off.
Okay. Well, I just heard what you just said right in the right time. So maybe we're on a delay, and that's okay.
Okay.
Great. So I'll give like
I think it's a little bit of a delay.
That's fine. I'll give 6 seconds in between. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Yeah. This is like you on the moon, bro. But it's okay, because we know the moon is fake too.
Yeah, I'm good, Zach, man. I'm just chilling.
So tell me about this joint, Chaos.
Yeah, we got a delay, man.
That's fine. It's okay.
Oh, Chaos is like at all the joints me and Kev have done together so far, that's my favorite, man. I hope everybody feeling that, man, because I had a lot to say in that joint.
The line, left winger, right winger, it's a humdinger. I like that.
Yo, the words just come, man.
So listen, tell me about your growing up. Take a good 5-10 minutes and just tell people who you are, how you grew up.
I put them together, dog.
And how you got into hip hop.
All right. For those of y'all who don't know me, I go by the code of the original DJ MC Eric J. Originally from Bronxdale Houses and the Boogie Down Bronx. We lived there till 1976. That's why I got my first exposure to hip hop. The guys used to DJ downstairs from my building, man, in the summertime in the basketball court. This was the days before there was even MCs or anything like that. It was strictly on dance music and the funk. So, that was a good way to break into the whole block party scene, and then we moved to Mount Vernon, and I got exposed to hip hop by going to a Collins Brothers party, and for the first time I seen somebody, cutting break beats, and they had 3 MCs, and it was just crazy. It was nothing like it. It was a juke joint for real up in there, man. And so from that night I got I got started, and I came home and I said I want to do the same thing the Collins Brothers was doing, man. So I started practicing with one turntable. I had a couple of records that had breaks, and that was my interest in becoming a DJ, was starting out with just one turntable, practicing like that. I hooked up with a couple of guys in Mount Vernon, my man Danny McQueen. We became a team, and we got some MCs, and we started doing parties, and we used to go to a lot of parties. We seen all the greats in the beginning, and a good friend of mine, WizKid, took me under his wing. I learned a lot from him, as far as DJ techniques and stuff like that. I learned a lot of scratch techniques from him. And but as time went on, when we started making records, I got into I bought a drum machine, and it sounded kind of naked. Even just doing hip hop, I wanted more than just having a straight beat. So I took up bass playing, and and being a fan of the funk, it all went into what I was doing as far as producing hip hop beats and stuff. And leading all the way up today. I met Zach. I think I met Zach around 2000, 2001, and John Purvis invited me to come down to the Elbow Room to sit in with the Nappy Head Funk Army, and it was like a marriage made in heaven, man. It was like that first gig, man. We just like gelled, and he asked me to become part of the team, and I was part of the team for a long time, man. And we played a lot of gigs, man. We tore a lot of clubs up. I used to play with another group called Solstice / Butter / The Hit Squad, run by Dave Mullen and Jimmy Goodman. We had a lot of fine, great musicians in that band, man. And we played all over Manhattan, and different points where we was contracted to play, man. It's great, so music is in the blood. I come from a family of musicians. My cousin Milton Elijah Rust II was in Eddie Kendricks's band as percussionist till Eddie passed. So I learned a lot from him, and Milton learned from our great uncle Sonny Greer was Duke Ellington's drummer, and he taught Milton how to play percussion and drums and whatnot. So it stays in the family. I got a nephew now in Atlanta called No Stress. He's doing his thing. The boy is bad. He makes me proud to see a MC coming up in my family that really got skills. So I'm proud of him. So, and once again, I would like to say to Zach and Funk from the Front Seat, man, happy 5th anniversary. Dr. Brooks set it off, man. I couldn't say it no better. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary, Baba.
Yo, man.
Are you with me? Yo, what happened to Zach? Where'd he go?
Yo, I really. Yeah, I'm here. I hear you. We good. I got you.
Yo,
I hear you. Yeah, you in. You good.
All right.
You good. I want to ask you another question.
We got that delay going on, man.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. We got a 6 second. So I'm taking 6 seconds in between. I'm counting.
Gotcha.
Right. I'm counting. More like 12 seconds. What is the future of hip hop?
You dig. Well, I would like to see hip hop go back to beats and rhymes, because I think the peak of hip hop was in the 90s, man, because you couldn't get no better than the stuff that was accomplished in the 90s. And we have to get more of our hands back on controlling hip hop and take it out of corporate hands, because they're just all about making money off of trends and whatever. And it's not good at all, man, because I'm not hearing too much good hip hop lately. I hear underground stuff that's popping and that's good, but stuff that they push on the mainstream, man. I mean, come on, it's so juvenile, man. It's who y'all making these records for? It's like, I mean, come on, you gotta, music should be thought provoking besides emotional provoking. And like my brother, the Black Dot says, they channel this music to the lowest chakras, chakras. And, it's not really healthy stuff to be listening to now. So hopefully we could turn this around. That's what, part of me and Kevin's mission is, to make hip hop with a little bit more integrity and, and sound funky, man. I'm not crazy about these beats these jokers is doing these days.
I agree with you 100% because, the same conversations you have with Kev, I have with Kev. And this brother is always behind the scenes trying to make sure artists like, you, me, as well as himself can stay objective as far as feeding the soul. Artists like, you, me, as well as himself can stay objective as far as feeding the soul.
Exactly.
So I'm still holding on. Set that up for us.
Oh, I'm still holding it down. Oh yeah, I wrote that like to just let people know I'm still in the game. I made a reference to one of the brothers that was real close to me that passed away. I had to give him a shout out on there. But this is really just me. I'm still holding it down, man. I've been in the hip hop game since 1978. Here we are in 2025. Hopefully, I have some more years left in me.
Hey, yo, Eric J, what's good, baby? I ain't seen you in a minute.
Yo, what's up, fam, man? Just do what I gotta do, making moves, man. Taking care of the family, know what I'm saying?
All right, what's up? Hey, yo, Eric J, what's good, baby? I ain't seen you in a minute.
Yo, what's up, fam, man? Just do what I gotta do, making moves, man. Taking care of the family, know what I'm saying?
All right, what's up?
Come on and get down.
I'm a soul man, 5-star gold man. One day I hope to be an old man. Pull out your phone and scan, man. Always on guard like a ruffian. The real ones are gone, I stand alone. It ain't same without my man T-Bone. We used to bowl guard all the way to the hardest heart. Last car, straight out of the train yard. Yo, son, America East is young. They set the table with a motherfucking ghost gun. What's up with that? Settle up with the fallout. In and out, 3 minutes for the knockout. It's not for debate. The haters are gonna hate, don't make me wait, cause I'm not gonna be late. I see you on the street, I'ma give you a pound. I'm still holding it down. I'm still holding it down. Back in the day I used to roll with strippers, but never compromise my grippers. I won't risk my life for a little bit of paper, a midnight capers, or busting on my neighbors. Sitting at the table, watch me deal the cards. My head held high, I'm on the job. Even as I get older, still looking over my shoulder. 5 rolls, one time was jump outs and rollers. Everything that glitters ain't always gold. You gotta scrutinize who comes in the fold. Modern technology owes the ecology an apology as I walk in my wallaby. All the bullshit it takes to stop it. You might have to clock it and drop the false profits. For glory's sake, all I hear is war talk. Guns are blazing on the streets of New York. The warriors came to the Bronx to hit Cyrus. That was the day before the virus. And if I see you on the block, I might give you a pound. I'm still holding it down. Still holding it down. There's no testimony without a test. Can you get through it without any stress? Turn on the lights and sort through that mess. At the end of the day, I did my best. Don't push me, son, I might just flex. Speak to me with cash and checks. In this day and time, I get respect. My head's on a swivel, looking for what's next. Money earning, now I'm burning. Said I'm original, 58 years, analog to digital. Gave you the keys to open up shop. I'm the man, standing up on the block. You don't have to say my name, do your thing. Whatever you do, stay true to the game. I see you on the street, I'ma give you a pound. I'm still holding it down. Still holding it down.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you, man.
Yes, sir. Still holding it down. Yo, we seem to like be in normal time now.
Still holding it down, baby.
Yo. Dimensions, bro. Mark, yo, we got all kinds of aliens messing with us today, bro. Dimensions, bro. Mark, yo, we got all kinds of aliens messing with us today, bro. Okay, here's my question.
Yeah.
Why do hip hop artists get
What'd you say,
snubbed
Mark?
in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? And should they have their own Hall of Fame? What'd you say, Mark? In the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And should they have their own Hall of Fame?
Well, I think that they should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because it's the same spirit as rock and roll. We was definitely going against the grain, and we, you know, and it started the same way rock and roll did from the soil, man. And I think there's a hip hop Hall of Fame. I know there's some hip hop museums, but you know, good music is good music, man. It should be recognized, you know, wherever. Good music is good music, man. It should be recognized, you know, wherever.
I agree 100%. I know Run DMC is in. People like that, you know, got in. You know, Eric B. and Rakim. I know Run DMC is in. You know, people like that, you know, got in. Public Enemy, right?
Yeah, Flash and them is in there too.
You know, I think Public Enemy. Public Enemy, right?
Yeah, Flash.
Oh, right. Grandmaster Flash. Oh, right. Grandmaster Flash.
Yeah.
No idea. Like, I have no idea what's going on. All I know is whatever Google's doing, maybe they're having some kind of reset today. Mark.
He was on Sonny Greer.
We're going to end
Ellington's drummer.
and give Eric J the full screen so we can get out. Okay?
You know,
I'm going to give you the full screen.
I remember meeting my Uncle Sonny,
and
man, when I was
pass
a kid.
on the message to the audience, all right?
You know, we went to his house and he had pictures of everybody on his wall.
Mark.
All right.
I don't even know if Mark can hear me. I don't know what he's looking at.
Yeah, I think hip hop artists recognize their legacy.
Yo,
you know,
Mark,
especially in the Bronx.
Yes.
Let's get Eric J off. And then let's just like go back out,
make a big step
with him, and
make
see.
sure that,
if
you know,
not, we'll just like end the show. At least we got him on. Our audience got a chance to see him because he's completely frozen. So I'm gonna remove him.
And you know,
and just give him the full screen, okay? And let him say the last couple of things.
That's what I told him. That's what I told him. He's giving you the full screen, so just whatever you want to say. So he's gonna give you the full screen.
All right.
I don't know if you can see it, but he's frozen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give him the full screen, though.
Anyway, we want to thank Eric J, man, for coming on, man, because you know, we have some technical difficulties. We'll get him back on at a better opportunity, but at least, you know, he came on and shared our anniversary with us. It was really, really cool. We got a chance to listen to some of his music and you know, talk to him a little bit about the future of hip hop and get his opinions about what's happening. So there he is. Any last words, bro?
All right. Once again, I want to say happy anniversary to Funk for the Front Seat, man. You know.
My Sir Nose is not letting him do anything today, so we're gonna leave that one alone.
No matter
Sir
what they tell you about
Sir
that
Nose
word
has
woke,
decided like they didn't want him to come on.
He's giving his final words right now.
And he can't get on, and there's no. Mark, pull him off. Because he's frozen,
Now you're
bro.
frozen.
Thank you.
No, Zach is. Zach just froze up. So I don't know where Zach went.
Man, the internet's acting real janky today.
Yeah, the internet is having its own mind and everything along those lines. So, yeah, definitely. I think I'm going to wrap everything up, but unless Zach comes back and everything. So, if you want to give some final words, because I think that you bounced off and Zach just bounced off as well. So, if you want to give some final words, then we're just going to wrap everything up.
Okay.
So, any final words you want to say, just go for it.
Okay. Once again, I want to say happy anniversary to Funk from the Front Seat, coming over our airwaves every Saturday, giving us the lowdown on the funk, keeping it real. And I want to say to the people, man, just everybody just stay vigilant, stay woke. Don't let them fool you with coming down the word woke. It just means, being aware of your surroundings and what's going on around you. And I want to, wish everybody good health and love and all that good stuff, man. And I thank the Creator for keeping us here.
All I know is
and,
it was worth
one
it to
piece,
try to get to see my
blessings
dog
from the
every day.
ancestors for paving the way for
and
us.
we'll
to be
figure out
here
some
today.
technical difficulties
And I
that
want to
he
say
had,
thank
and
you
we'll
to
get him back
Quincy and all
on,
of them cats,
as well as,
for
we
inspiring
do
me
these
to
songs,
do what
run
I
these
do.
songs again, man.
And
Like I said, I
all
want
my
to shout
friends
out
down
everybody
at
that hangs out with us.
DMG.
It's
My
an
man Tony Sachs
anniversary,
just
and on
started
this
playing
show,
with
as things
EU,
happen, we
with the
never
great
edit.
Sugar
We
Bear.
just keep it
So,
moving. We just
peace to
keep
all
it
the
rolling. We
to
don't even
EU
try
and
to
the Sugar
fix
Bear
it.
and all them
We just
guys
like fix
and
it
the
in
What
the mix.
Band
You know what I'm saying? And we'll fix
Junkyard,
it later.
everybody
But
in DC, all
there
my
is
friends
something
down there.
very
One love to y'all.
strange,
And peace. Hope
going
everybody
on
stays healthy and well.
on the internet, because I've never heard of Google not letting nobody get on anyway, but like that's very weird, right? Even Dr. Brookenstein says, yo, man, it's very weird. Very, very weird. Somebody might be monitoring us for whatever the reasons are.
Good.
It's all
right.
right.
I'm gonna sign off, man. I got
we do what we do. We have nothing to hide.
Delay, yo.
We're equal opportunity,
all right.
Kind of show.
All right, Mark. I'll talk to you soon, bro.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work, Mark. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. Thank you. Yeah. if it ain't working, it can't work. It won't work. So basically, we're gonna just end with a few comments and thoughts, and try to get our appreciation over to you. 5 years, Funk from the Front Seat. We've had a lot of guests on and talked about a lot of different things and topics and subjects, and hopefully we'll help some people out there, man. That's all that we were trying to do, is really help people. So we got a few more shout outs and announcements and things like that. We're going to show, and y'all sit back.
Hey, this is Keith Jackson with P-Funk Radio, inviting you to check out my brother Zach Robinson with Funk from the Front Seat. Saturdays, 12 noon on the East Coast and 9 a.m. on the West Coast. It all happens on 9 on the Grind TV and also on YouTube. Great guest, great conversation each and every Saturday. That's Funk from the Front Seat with Zach Robinson on 9 on the Grind TV.
Google really
and
may
YouTube.
be
check him out
on the precipice on the precipice of shedding. You never know. Never know. Never know. Yeah, see, I don't know. Somebody's beaming in. Somebody's trying to beam in and get us. I think that Knicks victory last night got everything all shook up, I think that's what's going on, Mark. I gotta say, I think that's what it is. Somebody's got my computer out of whack. All kinds of things are popping up. I have no idea. Okay, let's see if we got this.
Hey, this is Keith Jackson with P-Funk Radio, inviting you to check out my brother Zach Robinson with Funk from the Front Seat. Saturdays, 12 noon on the East Coast and 9 a.m. on the West Coast. It all happens on 9 on the Grind TV and also on YouTube. Great guest, great conversation each and every Saturday. That's Funk from the Front Seat with Zach Robinson on 9 on the Grind TV and YouTube. Check him out.
Hey fam, what's goody good? What's really good? My name is
that's my
Jeff
dog,
Robertson
Keith
from
Jackson.
the gospel group
One of
called
the
Jeff
people that I
Robertson
kinda
and New
called,
Life.
talked about,
And I'm coming
you
to
know,
you from the
talked
town
with
that
him
we
about
had
it.
to name it twice.
You know,
It's
he's
so
a good
nice.
brother.
New York. And I'm bringing you some news about my brother from another mother, Brother Zach, who's bringing you his hot new show.
Mark, are you there, or are you like this
I am
statue?
here. I am here. I am here.
You
And
there?
I can, yeah, I'm here. Apparently, they can hear you over
No,
the video.
yes.
Yes, I'm here.
Are you there?
I am here.
Everything is frozen today. Why is this? What's going on?
I have no idea, but they can also.
Everything is
Usually
frozen, bro.
Usually you couldn't hear people over the video,
You're
but I
trying
can
to
hear
freeze
you.
us out.
Hold on, because I can hear you, but you can't hear me. So hold on a second. I don't know what that is because I can sure hear you. Can you hear me now?
I have no idea. I apologize to the audience. There is something weird. Yeah.
Right. That's it. I can
But
hear
you're
you.
frozen.
And I'm not frozen. That's what I'm saying. I'm moving. See my hand? I'm not frozen. You're frozen.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm not frozen.
You're frozen on my side.
I got you. Well, I'm not frozen on my.
You're frozen on my side.
I got you. I got you now.
Well, that's good to know. Today's show is there's a comedy of errors. Hold on.
And now he's gone. Where'd he go? Who knows where he went? I'll wait for him to get back. It's been an interesting show today and everything along those lines. But definitely, Dr. Brokenstein was saying he could hear us, and hopefully he'll be back, Mr. Zach, in a second and all along those lines. Well, while he's waiting to come back, I'm going to actually play this clip because he was talking about his Knicks and all along those lines. So we're going to play some Knicks and everything because the Knicks did well and they did well again. So while we wait and everything, let's check out what the Knicks were all about since they're going to the championship round against Indiana. And then it'll be the Minnesota Timberwolves against either Oklahoma or Denver. They'll settle that, I think, on tomorrow and all along those lines.
So you can hear everything, David? We good? Yeah.
Yeah, he said he could hear us. So I was just telling him about the game and everything like that. So I don't know if you played the game clip, but I was going to play the game clip because
he says he can hear us fine. So I don't know.
Yeah, I can. I hear you as well.
No, I didn't. I did not. No, I didn't. Wait. I didn't play it. No, had nothing to do with that. No, I didn't. Something else is going on with the internet. Something else is going on with the internet. Because my internet on this side, I got the highest gigs that we can get. So
and I'm saying everything's over fine here. I don't know what's
happening over there. Could be that Hayti stuff.
Nope, the Hayti's got top equipment
maybe
now.
The lady put
maybe
the lady put a spell on you before she left.
Maybe that's what it is.
Well, they need to go back to what they had.
Well, we just upgraded some equipment and everything. So
the upgrade didn't take. Tell him I said so.
All right.
Tell him I said the upgrade didn't take, bro. It didn't take. Go back to what they had. It was working. Right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
That's what the song said. That's what that famous song says.
I think StreamYard is mad at you because you're using too many computers.
I got one computer right now. One. My phone ain't even on. I got one computer. But there's one computer's up.
Comedy and errors, bro. It's hilariously funny, man. We got to put this one in the can and remember this one. We ain't even going to slice this one up. We're just going to put this one in the can and throw it in the garbage.
Right.
This one here has to go in the garbage can and then figure out what's happening for next week. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, it's been interesting, man. I have no idea. I can only apologize to my audience. All I know is on my side, I was good. David said he could hear us, so we must have been good. So, but you've been freezing and moving slow the whole time.
I was never frozen. You were frozen.
You know what I mean?
I was not frozen, and Eric wasn't frozen.
So I don't know. Side. Maybe all our computers need a reboot.
Maybe.
What?
I said maybe, but like I said, you were the one frozen on my side because I could see Eric and I could hear what he was saying.
We're gonna end this show anyway with some.
Go for it.
It's not on my side though. It's not my computer because I've been doing other stuff like all last night, before I went to sleep. So it's not on this side.
Yeah, same here. I was doing stuff all day yesterday on this computer.
So are you in real time now, linked up with me?
I'm in real time. I've linked up with you right now.
That's what I'm saying. So see, it's not. This is the normal way, right? So I don't know what was going on.
But they're doing some other weird stuff too, because usually when you play your videos, I can't hear your background, but I can hear you in the background. Like when you made a comment, I could hear you.
Yeah, that is weird.
That's weird. Like you know how usually it silences you when you play the video. I could hear you.
Mutes you.
It didn't mute you. It didn't mute you this time. I could hear you in the background.
That's crazy. Let me
totally
try it
crazy.
now. For those of you watching, we're actually just experimenting now.
Hey fam, what's goody good? What's really good? My name is Jeff Roberson from the gospel group called Jeff Roberson and New Life. And I'm coming to you from the town that we had to name it twice. It's so nice. New York. And I'm bringing you some news about my brother from another mother, Brother Zach, who's bringing you his hot new show called Funk from the Front Seat. Listen, he's bringing you funk from the vault, from the past, from the present, and into the future. He's got that music that makes the hair on the back of your neck rise up. He's bringing you funk all the way down to your toes. This is that funk that makes you really want to groove. Stay tuned. Don't touch that dial as he brings you funk from the front seat. Listen, let's go.
It didn't do it that time. That time it muted it.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Jen Vanderputten, writer of Code and Prose. You are watching Funk from the Front Seat with Zach Roberson. Tune in every Saturday at noon for excellent and important conversation.
Yeah, I don't know because I'm watching it on my phone as well as here, and I watch the show when I'm not trying to call you or something.
Right.
I have my phone here just to look at it,
Right.
For aesthetic purposes. So I don't know. My audience, we apologize. We have no idea what was going on today with the internet. I don't know. Could be storms, could be whatever. Who knows, man? But anyway, man, it was very, very strange. And for all my New York Knicks fans out there and people in New York, we're really happy for you. Eric J, I know, is a big Knicks fan. So if you're still watching, Eric J, we did have this moment set up for you.
He's had 6 consecutive double-doubles for the Knicks. And Bridges working down low. White will defend. And a quick 2-0 lead.
For both of these teams, we saw the Knicks increase that pace in Game 4.
In the corner, White 3. Cross court. Brown, Brunson in the way. Nice spin, nice fake, and he gets the 2. And the Celtics the other way. White, it's a 3, closed Towns.
Less isolation plays, I feel, with Tatum out, and a little bit more ball movement for the Celtics.
Bridges with a 3. Consecutive road playoff games. 3 in the Detroit series, 2 in this series. Weaving, briskly taking it inside. Brunson. Luke Cornett is in, got the ball, and swerving the other way is Brown to White. Brunson on Brown.
Trying to wear down. Brunson down low.
Cornett. By the Knicks.
What Boston wants to do, they've got to get this fan base. What a back cut. By Brunson.
Wow. Brunson now with 4. Long shot. White. Towns left 3 from 3. Got it. It's White. It's Cornett. Wide open. Brown. He'll take all day to shoot. Will get screened by Hauser, a 3-point specialist. Brown will take it in. Cornett. Makes a move, kicks, Bridges the drive and the floater. Robinson finally gets it to go off the bench with 4.
Another active player on the offensive glass.
Pritchard drains one. 7 of 22. 2 of 7 with threes. Brunson with the ball. McBride, 3. Got it. Porzingis, long 3. No. Tipped and Brown controls for the Celtics. He's got 4. Hauser 3. Good.
Robinson going 4 for 4. Here's a steal by the Knicks.
Oh, and here comes Anunoby. Flies. Whacked down. Fouled.
Here in the first quarter, very impressive.
It's Anunoby with a 3. Knocks it in. Bridges and Horford. Towns and Porzingis. Karl Anthony Towns. Important game 5. Chiseling his way inside. Horford gets 2. On that baseline, there's a little shake and bake move right there by McBride. Ends up with it on top, and Holiday will get on him. Shot clock is at 3. McBride, long shot, got it! With that 7-point lead, look at him fly inside. Hard hits the deck. Brown the other way. 4 on 2 to the hole. This is the pace they want to play with a spin, a kick, and a feed. Horford 3.
To a strong hand, going left.
Brown 3 trying to tie and does. White, look at all the switching being.
Yeah, it's
Hold on.
especially that chaos. Hold
Yeah,
on
I
one
know-
second.
I know that.
I'm saying good night to Eric J. I'm talking to him on the phone. That wasn't the end of the highlights.
No, that wasn't the right highlight. But
Expected to come off the bench. Doris, what a thrill for Cornette.
Yeah, what? Yeah, that's what I need to see the rest because he's actually still watching it.
Yeah. So hold on.
Mark's playing around. See, Mark, this is Mark's fault. I'm blaming
It's not my
him.
fault.
It's your fault, bro. We don't need to see it again, but it's cool. Hey, bro, I love you, man.
Yeah,
And we're
hold on.
gonna
This is the right one. This is the right
by
one.
Google Conference semifinals delivered by
right, later.
Chipotle. Packed and ready here at Madison Square Garden. Will this be the final game of the series, or will there be a game 7 in Boston? Jalen Brunson and the Knicks were angry and disappointed by the way they played in game 5. As we take a look at the starting lineups, and yes, there's a change. Luke Cornette, his first career playoff start, and why not? He's coming off his greatest playoff game in game 5. Kristaps Porzingis is available and expected to come off the bench. Doris, what a thrill for Cornette.
All right, that's cool, man. We just wanted to give everybody from New York a little shout out, some Knicks stuff. We don't want to show no highlights because we will get sued, so we can only do like a little bit of them. We can't show a lot, but shout out to New York because they deserve it. Indiana's going to be a formidable foe. Hopefully we can take them and then go on for the next step. So we ain't putting the cart before the horse, but as a diehard Knicks fan since 1966, I
Zach, I got a quick question for you.
Deflected and stolen by Holiday.
I got a
No,
quick
Brown
question
gets
for
it
you. Are y'all going
sidestepped, layup is
to
good.
Montreal? Or y'all going to beat not Montreal? Are y'all going to beat
yeah,
Oklahoma?
why does that keep popping up? We don't want to show that. We don't want to show that anymore. We're done with that.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Just good.
Yes, because we're
That's
not
fun,
allowed to.
I got you.
We're not allowed to. Right. We can't solicit the NBA.
Yeah, I got you.
Right. That's why on my side, I got it covered.
Cool.
What a wacky show. So we're going to call this the Whack Show. That's what we're going to call it, the Whack Show. It's not even Funk from the Front Seat. It's like wacky stuff that happened on Funk from the Front Seat. Maybe we can cut this up.
Because the weird thing was that the whole time Eric was on, I could hear Eric's comments, and he was actually answering your questions. I could hear him, but you're saying you couldn't hear him on your side, but I could hear him.
I know because I saw you hearing them. But see, the thing was, you were the one that did the shared screen. So, of course, you could hear him.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, right.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So, of course, you could
I have
hear
to
him.
go back and watch it if I can hear him, but because he was answering your questions, but I don't know how, because even Dr. Bookenstein said he could hear it.
Yeah, it was like a 14-second delay for me.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Dr. G, what up, man? George the Funkavinci chiming in. Yeah, it's been a whack show today, George. I don't know. The alien takeover, you right about that. Sir knows too. Because, you know, we do a lot of these shows, 5 years worth. I've only seen this happen maybe twice. When we did the other lady a long time ago from the West Coast. And then it happened when unfortunately the gentleman that we had on that passed away that did the news for the other station, Bill, rest in peace. When he came on that day, it was a disaster because you were doing something. So we've only had this happen really, really 3 times over the past 5 years. I would say that's a 95% record. So that's not too bad.
That's a good rate.
But we want to be perfect. But kudos. I'm patting you on the back now. I'm giving you your pat on the back now. Thank you. So moving on. Any last words, Mark?
No, like I said, it's been a good, interesting show, like you said, and a good day. And I hope everybody's going to get out and enjoy some of the nice weather. I thought it was going to rain, but it actually looks nice outside. So hopefully, I don't know where the other people are, what the weather looks like, what they are, but hopefully people will take a time and get out and enjoy some of Mother Nature on this particular day. But definitely, it's a time, and I know a lot of people are going to different music things. I think Raheem is in town today. I don't know that I'll be making to see Raheem to find, but hopefully folks will get out there and enjoy some good music and some good times. That's what I would say today. So definitely enjoy the nice weather.
And thank you for that good news last night. So just keep me posted on that. So ASAP, and the minute you drop that to me, I'll be all over it. So I appreciest that. On behalf of Funk for the Front Seat, 9 on the Grind TV, you know, we appreciate everybody out there. Today's been like the wackiest whack. So you'll see clips of this in our comedy section, and we're going to cut this one up and just make it something for somebody to enjoy, like the outtakes, we'll call it, you know. And because it's funky and because it's Sir Nose was trying to get in, there's only one way to cleanse this right now. And if you notice, I didn't get a chance to burn my sage today because my lighter died. And so our ancestors wasn't with me. But here's the way we're going to cleanse this, and we'll see all you guys next weekend. Peace.
Hey, lady, won't you be my dog, and I'll be your tree, and you can pee on me. Hey, lady, won't you be my dog, and I'll be your tree, and you can pee on me. Hey, lady, won't you be my dog, and I'll be your tree, and you can pee on me. We will do you no harm, other than pee in your bathroom. Hey, lady, won't you be my dog, and I'll be your tree, and you can pee on me.
Don't dig it, don't mean it's not the hard thing to do. Could be just for you. Even if you don't feel it right now, don't mean someday it'll turn you out. You'll be out of sight. You really shouldn't ought to fight it. The music is designed to do no harm. It's just for you. Just a little bit of effort. I can't eat where we might just turn you on. Changes here and here we are. We're just for you. Stick us in your ear, dig us. One time, one time, one time, one time and see. We're just for you. You really shouldn't ought to fight it. The music is designed to do no harm. We're just for you. So just a little bit of effort. I can't it will, we might just turn you on. Two,